Hello and welcome to Sloths Love to Read. This is Carrie Ann. Today we're reading a very cute story for the holiday coming up called Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is a Jewish holiday and it can be celebrated by people that are not Jewish. People around the world can celebrate this holiday, and it is the start of the fall season. It is really a fun holiday to celebrate, and I hope that you'll enjoy the story called Miriam and the Sasquatch by Eric A. Kimmel. Let's get started. Miriam and the Sasquatch by Eric A. Kimmel. Miriam looked over the apple orchard. Autumn leaves were turning yellow and gold. The beehives were full of honey. The apples were ready to pick. Rosh Hashanah was coming. Miriam imagined all the apples and honey on her family's holiday table as she waited for their guests to arrive. Miriam didn't come to the orchard just to pick apples. She also came to practice blowing her shofar. She could practice in the orchard without hurting anyone's ears. Miriam stood under an apple tree. She took a breath and blew. She heard a sound above her head. It wasn't a shofar. Munch, crunch, munch, crunch. What was making that noise? Miriam looked up into the apple tree. There sat a Sasquatch, munching away at the apples. "Stop eating our apples! We need them for Rosh Hashanah," Miriam shouted. The Sasquatch stared at her. He went back to eating apples. "Leave our apples alone!" Miriam shook her fist at the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch shook its fist at Miriam. It kept eating the apples. "That Sasquatch will eat all our apples," Miriam said. "How can I get it to go away?" And then Miriam remembered a story from the Bible. If a shofar can bring down the walls of Jericho, I bet it can chase away a Sasquatch. So Miriam raised the shofar and she blew as loud as she could. The Sasquatch stared at Miriam. It cupped its hands to its mouth and gave out a mighty howl. Ooh! And Miriam had to cover her ears. The Sasquatch went back to eating apples. "That's enough. You can't eat all our apples." Miriam picked up an apple. She threw it at the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch caught the apple. It threw it back at Miriam. Miriam ducked. The apple whizzed over her head. It slammed into a beehive. Bees swarmed out of the hive. The Sasquatch jumped out of the tree and ran for the pond. Miriam ran too. She'd be safe in the pond. Bees don't swim. Miriam slipped on an apple, and down she went. Angry bees swarmed around her. "Help!" Miriam shouted. The Sasquatch turned around. It picked up Miriam and raced for the pond. And the Sasquatch jumped in the pond. It stayed in the pond with Miriam until the bees went away. "You saved me from the bees, even after I threw apples at you, even when I wouldn't let you eat any. I didn't even think that you might be hungry," Miriam said to the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch shrugged. It held out its hand to Miriam. Hand in hand, they walked back to the orchard. The Sasquatch climbed the apple tree. This time it didn't go munch, crunch, munch, crunch. It picked apples and handed them to Miriam. "We can pick apples together," said Miriam, "and you can eat as many as you want." Rosh Hashanah arrived, and Miriam helped her family get ready for the holiday. There was challah and rugelach and honey cake, and apples and honey for everyone, family and friends, old and new. And here is a note to readers. The germ of this story came to me while on a birding trip to Borneo. I heard a story about a farmer whose durian fruit plantation was being raided by an orangutan who wouldn't go away. That started me thinking, what if I moved the story to my own part of the world, Northwest Oregon? We have apple orchards, but no orangutans. What we have had over the years are several reported sightings of Sasquatch, otherwise known as Bigfoot. A Sasquatch is a large hairy primate that is said to live in forested areas and walk on two legs, like the chupacabra, the Yeti, and the Loch Ness Monster. There is no scientific proof that such a creature exists. It does, however, make for a good story, especially at Rosh Hashanah time, when we traditionally eat apples and honey. The sweetness of honey combines with the tart taste of apples, and together they remind us of the warmth and sweetness of the past year, as well as the times that were not so good, or when we failed to act as we should. They remind us not to forget those who have no warm home or holiday table, for they are also part of our family, all over the world, whether human or Sasquatch. And also, the shofar is a really interesting instrument that makes a very loud sound, almost like a trumpet. Maybe you could listen to it online or ask a teacher or a parent or a grandparent to find you a recording of it on YouTube or other places might have it, so you can listen to what a shofar sounds like. I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful and silly story today, Miriam and the Sasquatch by Eric A. Kimmel. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.